Hello there. Am I correct in saying that this is Fiona Foster's number? I need to talk to you about something. It's important that we have a little heart-to-heart soon since we're going to be related. I'm sorry? Oh, I don't have this number in my contacts. But yes, this is Fiona Foster that you're talking to. By the way, who is this and how did you get this number? Well, I'm Emilia Reed. I'm David Reed's little sister. You must be the person coming over to meet us tomorrow. Is that correct? I just wanted to talk to you before I met you. Oh, right. You're David's little sister. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I heard from David that you were wanting to get in touch with me, so you asked him for my number. Well, it's good to hear from you before we see each other tomorrow. What's up? What were you wanting to discuss with me exactly? I'm sorry if this comes off as a bit rude or something along those lines, but may I ask what your occupation is? I was just curious as to what you do for a living. Excuse me? Oh, you want to know what I do as a job? Okay, sure, I can tell you. Currently, I'm assisting with our family business as an office clerk. I see. Oh, that makes total sense now. I thought that you had a job that might be something like that. To be honest, I should have guessed that you were doing some sort of desk work. What do you mean by something like that? Emilia, I don't understand why you're asking me about what I do for work when it's not much of a big deal in the scheme of things. Well, it kind of does to my family. Are you after our money because we're a family of doctors? Even if we started to notice you trying to steal our money, it wouldn't be so easy for you to do so. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to let you get so close to my brother with such intentions. He's not someone that you could just rip off. Okay, Emilia, you don't seem to really know what's going on here. I think you've misunderstood the entire situation here. I'm not trying to marry for money at all. Well, you might be able to deceive my brother or our parents, but it won't work with me. I can see right through you, Fiona. You're not going to get away with this. We're both women, and I know how to read another woman pretty easily. I understand what women truly want in life, especially when it comes to my family. It's so obvious if you're trying to marry for money, even if you can't admit it to yourself. I mean, look at the job you do. You're hardly making a living, and my brother has a lot of money, so this is your prime chance to snatch him up, right? Don't you see how disrespectful you're being towards my brother by using him for his money? He doesn't need a woman like that. Go and find another man to mess around with. I'm not being disrespectful to David at all. What a rude thing to say to me. I'd do nothing like that to him because I love him, and there's more to life than just earning money. There's literally no point in you having contact with my brother anymore because it's so obvious what your plan is from now on. I've caught you in the act, so you might as well end this madness. It's confirmed that you're just with my brother for the money. I think we'd all be very much okay with if you cancel your engagement with my brother, yeah? Are you seriously kidding me right now, Emilia? The reason we decided to get married, even though we haven't all met, is because it was set up for us to date and get married. Do you really think that I would suddenly just approach David on the street and ask him to marry me just so that I can get to his money? Is that what you really think? You might only be saying that now, because I actually caught you planning this little scheme. You can't go through with it now, otherwise I'll tell everyone what you're truly like. Wouldn't it just be easier and quicker for you to give up on David and just move on with your pathetic life, Fiona? On that note, we'll cancel tomorrow's meeting. Don't bother showing up to meet us. I've got no intention of accepting a money-seeking woman like you into this family. I don't even want to face you. How dare you say something like that to me? This isn't going to end well, and I think you know that. You can't just take over like this and dictate things about me marrying David, okay? Hey, David, I hope you're doing well today. I know you're busy, but I just wanted to tell you that Emilia got in touch with me just before. It was a very topsy-turvy conversation.
Ah, yes. She said to me that she wanted to try and get to know you a little bit more before everyone meets you tomorrow. I'm not surprised she got in touch with you today. She did mention to me that she wanted to contact you personally instead of talking to you through me. Was everything okay when you were messaging her? I hope that she didn't say anything weird to you. I hope that wasn't the reason why she wanted to contact you.
Well, I got the impression that she might be opposing our marriage to each other. Have you talked to anyone in your family about us or anything like that?
Oh, right. I had a feeling that she might be against this marriage. To be honest, I think she's had some sort of brother complex for a long time, and it's super strange to me. Considering our age gap, she hasn't really distanced herself from me, even though we're adults. It's kind of creepy and it's a bit gross. I try my best not to be around her too often.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, that's quite weird, yeah. But maybe if I don't want to create any more trouble, I shouldn't mess with your sister, right? If she's so against us getting married and that sort of thing, perhaps maybe it would be good to postpone or hold off on the meeting with everyone tomorrow.
Wait, what? What on earth are you talking about? You don't want to do this? Why not? You're not seriously going to do this because of my sister, are you?
I don't know, David. Maybe it would be better coming from you and your family when it comes to explaining all of this to Emilia. Don't you think it would be easier when you can do it with each other? Either way, I feel like this marriage is going a little bit too far. Don't you think we're being a bit hasty with all of this?
Really? You think that? I don't really think we're moving too fast at all, Fiona. I think the way things have been going between us has been absolutely fine. I don't think there's any point in worrying about what Emilia is trying to say to you anymore. She's just being super overprotective and creepy when it comes to me. Both my parents and I are really looking forward to our marriage and how we're gonna grow as a couple, so don't get this all twisted just because of my sister, okay? If it's all right with you, I'd like tomorrow to still go ahead as planned and you can meet everyone. We'll do it together, okay, Fiona? Please, and thank you.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, when you put it that way, okay, I'll still come over tomorrow for the meeting. Just please try and talk to Emilia so that she sees sense of all this. See you tomorrow, David. Are you literally stupid or something? Have you got short-term memory loss? This is unbelievable. Didn't I tell you yesterday to cancel the meeting with my family? But no, here you are. You came over when I told you to stay away. You're so stupid and you're going to regret not listening to me. What you need to do is leave my brother alone and learn how to take care of yourself, you money-stealing scumbag of a woman. I warned you to leave us alone. Okay, Emilia, do you have any idea of what you're trying to do here? Do you understand that what you want isn't going to happen? Don't you know what you've done? From what I've seen, I haven't done anything. All I'm trying to do is get rid of a scumbag who isn't listening to what I'm saying to them. You need to take my advice seriously. Would you please just cut this out and actually listen to what everyone is trying to say to you, Emilia? Please, I spoke to David yesterday about what you said to me. I told him that he'll explain everything to you so you'd understand. Look, I came all the way here today instead of canceling. However, I guess you didn't end up listening to David? Huh? What the heck are you even on about, you disgusting money grabber? There is nothing for me to listen to when it comes to you, so shut up. Don't you see how insane you're being right now? Your behavior is completely erratic. You can't just go up to someone you don't know, punch them, and tell them to go home immediately. A low-life, money-seeking woman just walked into my family's house like it was her own. I was just defending myself and my family, okay? What the heck are you talking about? Do you even know what self-defense means, Emilia? Did you even see me attempt to hit you? Well, you came into the house like you were ready to steal from us. How was I supposed to handle the situation? This was my chance since my brother took his eyes off me. The hand that I hit you with is bruised really badly now. You caused me to hurt myself. I should be asking for some sort of compensation because of that. What are you even saying to me right now? I can't believe how you're treating this situation. Aren't you an adult? Are you saying that this is all my fault when you were the one who hurt me? Oh, shut up, you stupid, pathetic woman. It's your fault because you came all the way here when I warned you to stay away from us. You didn't listen. All you are is some poor woman who is down in the dumps financially, so you're trying to marry into this family of doctors so you can get wealthy. There's no way that I'm going to approve of this marriage that you've set up with my brother, so you need to hurry up and leave. You really don't think that you're going to regret saying that to me, Emilia? You've got no idea what's going on here, do you? Do you ever listen to anyone in your family? Well, the details are a little fuzzy, but I know that you just want money, and that's it. You're so annoying, and you're the one who needs to listen to me. Oh yeah? Is that so? Fine, I'll do what you say then. I guess it's okay if I just go ahead and cancel this engagement to your brother then. I'll just go home and not bother him ever again. Could you let David know that I'm heading home and tell him it was all you're doing? I mean, it'll all be fine because I know that I'll explain everything properly. My brother was completely fooled by you. I knew your plan from the beginning. I'm protecting him from you. It is so crazy to think that you were both raised to be this insane about your brother. I'd feel embarrassed to know that you come from the same doctor family as David. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? Why are you mentioning my family all of a sudden? What do you mean by embarrassed? Look, if you're that against this marriage, then that's fine. I now know where you stand. To be honest, I wasn't so keen on getting married from the beginning either. So I'll just go home and not come back here again. However, I do think that you're going to end up regretting what you're doing, Emilia. It's your fault, but you can't help that, right? There is no way that I'm going to regret anything I said or did to you. What on earth are you even talking about, stupid woman? Well, I guess you're right. There's no point in talking about this anymore with you. Well then, I'll just leave and get on with my day. Give my regards to the rest of your family, Emilia.
Fiona? What's going on here? You've just disappeared all of a sudden? What's happened? My mother and father are waiting and wondering what's happening too. Did you disappear to the bathroom or something? Have you gotten nervous or scared to meet my parents? Please talk to me.
No, it's nothing like any of those things you said at all, David. David, how about we just pretend that this marriage isn't going to happen, okay?
What did you just say, Fiona? Are you kidding me right now? What's brought this on? Why are you saying such things to me? Didn't you like being at my parents' house? If you don't like it, we can change up the architecture if it's not so warm and welcoming for you. Where are you right now? I want to talk to you.
David, please calm down. All those things you're mentioning are not problems that I'm having at all. There's just no point in staying connected anymore. Please, just forget about me and what we've had. Please try and find someone else who's nice to get married to. I'm just not the best fit for you.
I don't believe anything you're saying to me. I know we match well together, and you know in your heart that it's true. Could you please at least give me a reason why you're saying this?
You want a reason? Isn't calling off the engagement reason enough for you? How else can I actually explain this to you, David? Ugh. The situation is so complicated. Would it be better in asking your sister directly about my reason for leaving? I think it would be easier for you to understand and quicker, too.
Wait a minute. Ask my sister about why you're canceling this engagement? You want me to ask Emilia? What did she do to you now, Fiona? I swear to God, she's nothing but trouble.
David, I've already said it. I think you should just ask her. After getting the blessing of your family, I go over to say hello, and it just doesn't go well. This time, for real, this marriage has been called off. But she's got no intention of backing down immediately, so I can't leave things as they are.
I'm so confused. What do you mean leave things as they are? Please, tell me what she did to you, Fiona. I just want to be with you. Please ignore her.
I'll ask Emilia to take full responsibility on what she's done to me and to us in general today. She can't treat me like this anymore. She's going to regret messing with me.
Okay, just don't get too hasty. Just wait a minute, all right? I can't really picture this conversation clearly, so yes, I'll go to Emilia first and ask her what's going on.
Please do that. She'll be able to explain things better than I would, and she's the only one who's really at fault here. With that, I'll say goodbye for now. Emilia will explain everything to you. Hey, what the heck is your problem, you stupid woman? What did you say to my big brother, huh? He's gotten so mad at me. My mother and father are panicking as well. You said something. I know you did, you little cow. What the heck did you tell them? Why are they reacting like this towards me? I am their daughter, for goodness sake. You still don't understand, do you, Emilia? Considering this was all your doing, I'll tell you nice and clearly, so you better listen to me now, okay? Even if I don't get married, it's never been a problem for me. You're very much mistaken when it comes to me taking money from your family. You're very wrong. I am never wrong. You were definitely trying to marry my brother for our family's money. Why else would a poor woman like you hang out for? Well, if anything, it's probably to do with your family that's trying to get me to marry into the family for money more than anything, to be honest. Excuse me? What kind of nonsense are you talking about, Fiona? There's no way this family needs your money. We're a family of doctors, all right? Yeah, you're right about that, but they own a small hospital that's run by a really poor management team, right? You do know that, don't you, Emilia? Huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? Run by poor management? No matter what, we're still doctors, and doctors always make a lot of money. You've seemed to misunderstand the situation that your family is in, Emilia. Haven't you asked your family about this yet? I'm the daughter of the major hospital in the city. What did you just say? Oh, this can't be true, can it? Your family own a major hospital? Are you seriously trying to mess with me right now? Well, you're the one who arbitrarily judged me based on my value and what I do for a job, but you didn't seem to research on where I come from, did you? You made a huge mistake in judging me too quickly. Thinking that I'm not successful and downright poor, I'm the one who doesn't need your family's money. The truth of it is that you're the ones who need my help rather than the other way around, so you're the one who screwed up and not me. That has got to be a big, rotten lie. Like, who on earth is going to believe anything you say about yourself at this point? You can't just come out and say whatever you want. Well, Emilia, it's fine if you don't believe anything I say to you. Your parents and David will probably give you an explanation after this conversation we have. I mean, I guess they'll try and describe it to you in some form of explanation. Or they might just scold you and lecture you about what you've done. You really think my parents will lecture me? Why on earth would they do that when I've done nothing wrong? I was protecting my brother from you. Besides, we're all out of the house right now, so I'll ask them about all of this later. I know it's a lie anyway, but I can't help laughing about it. Well, I'm glad you're finally going to find out what's going on and that it's all your fault. You're going to regret what you did even more after this. Please, wait and prepare for their lecture, okay? Hello again, Fiona. Do you have a moment? It's really important that I speak to you as soon as possible. I've got a few things to discuss with you. Well, I'm not talking about this with you through a message. If this conversation is absolutely necessary, please consult with a lawyer and they can talk together. Hold on a minute, a lawyer? What the heck are you talking about that for? All I was wanting to do was come here and apologize to you for yesterday. You're a little too late, Emilia. Even if you realized what you did and want to say you're sorry now, nothing's going to change the outcome of this. But you don't understand. I'm really, truly sorry about what happened yesterday. What I did was terrible. I get that now. I didn't realize that everything you said was actually true. I had no idea that anything like this was happening. I wasn't in the know at all. I'm really sorry. Would you please accept my apology and we can go back to the way things were before? But you don't seem to understand that it's a little bit too late for apologies, Emilia. I don't want to hear it. You don't have to keep on apologizing anymore. What? Really? So will you forgive me then if you don't want to hear me say I'm sorry anymore? We can try and be friends now, right? Do you really think that I'm going to forgive you after all the horrible things you did and said? You were just doing your own thing and didn't care what happened. Okay, if you're not going to accept my apology and forgive me, could you at least get back together with my brother and continue with the engagement, please? I had no idea that the financial condition of our hospital was so bad. My parents didn't speak to me about it at all. Yesterday, they and my brother got so mad at me. I never heard about any of the details until they told me about the arrangement that was going on. I just didn't know what was happening, all right? Oh, is that right, Emilia? Well, that's a shame. Such a shame that you never took the time to read what was going on in the first place and screw everything up for them. Just please understand that it wasn't my brother's fault, and you should really get back together with him now, okay? Please accept his proposal, Fiona. It seems that the family really wants him to marry you, and not just because of your money, but it seems that you both have a genuine connection with each other. I can see it now. My brother really is in love with you, and I'm sure that he wants you back still. Please just don't leave him like this. Yeah, well, I refuse to do anything that you tell me, Emilia. Since when were you the boss of me, huh? I'm an adult who can make their own decisions. Excuse me, what? Why not? Why won't you take him back? Is this normally how you refuse someone? There is nothing wrong with me trying to apologize and make this right. I said this yesterday too. I originally wasn't keen on doing this marriage. However, the family had to bring me into this family for some reason or another. It was tough seeing their faces when I was standing right in front of them. I just knew then that it was going to be so difficult to refuse them. But I'm grateful for what you did because, in fact, you gave me a way out of the whole thing. Thanks to you, I have no reason to go through with this marriage to David. Please, don't say things like that. It was all just a huge mistake on my part, okay? We all want you to be a part of this family, so please do that. It's no use you saying that, especially when you come off so desperate. Your parents told you everything, right? Their hospital needs our help. The hospital's business situation is deteriorating, and now, because of us getting married, they wanted to partner up with our facility. Wait a minute. Is that really true? That my parents' hospital is in financial turmoil? I didn't hear anything about that, but the story I was told was completely different. Well, I don't know what else to tell you apart from that's the problem that your parents are having at the moment. Look, I've got no intention of being engaged to David. Nothing is going to change when it comes to what you've said and done to me. I'm not taking any more of this crap from you, Emilia. But I bet that you're definitely regretting your actions now, aren't you? I knew that you would. I bet you've been regretting a lot in these past 24 hours, right? I'm definitely regretting what I said to you, and I'm really sorry, and I should have acted better towards you since you're going to be my sister-in-law. Please, join my family. No matter how many times I have to repeat myself, you still don't listen, do you? The answer is N-O. It's a no from me, all right? On that note, if you'll excuse me, I've got things to do. Fiona, what is going on here? Did you just file a report against me? What on earth for? Why are you suing me? Did you really think you were going to get away with everything you did? Of course I filed a report against you. A stranger hit me in the face, so how does them being free for their actions make sense? Huh? But it was just a stupid accident, and I apologized to you so much the other day. I can't believe you've actually gone and done this to me when I am trying to make things right. Of course I'm doing this because of everything that happened was because of you and your actions. Don't you get that? You hit me, so that gives me the right to sue you, okay? Don't you know how laws work here? I'll make sure that I get the compensation that I deserve and that you pay for my medical expenses also, so be prepared. This can't seriously be happening to me right now. This is impossible. Fiona, don't you know what kind of situation that I'm in right now? We're in a bad situation when it comes to our finances. I don't have the funds to pay for anything that happened. Also, some of this was your fault too. The financial situation that you're in is definitely not my fault at all. But if you really want to explain it to me, then go right ahead. Look, my parents have disowned me, and they've kicked me out of the house. My brother wants nothing to do with me anymore because he's still so angry about what happened. He's cutting ties with me, Fiona. How does a brother do that to his baby sister? I take responsibility for interfering with your marriage, okay? But don't you think you're going too far with this? I don't think that I am. You know that this is all just karma biting you on the behind, right? Do you know the saying, what goes around comes around? That applies to you so well right now. All of this is your own doing, so now you're going to pay for it whether you like it or not. You've got to be kidding me right now. Fiona, you can't do this to me. My parents have thrown me out onto the streets. I can't survive if I have to compensate you. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I just thought that you were trying to steal my parents' money. That's all. It was an honest mistake. Don't you get that? Yes, I get that you made a huge mistake, but you treated me so badly when I didn't deserve it. If you actually just played nice from the start, none of this would be happening right now. Now, I'm going to treat you as nobody but a stranger because I am sick and tired of dealing with your crap and your moaning and groaning. I'm sorry. Please, don't do this to me. It'll ruin my life. I'll be poor forever. Please, just marry my brother and we'll be one big happy family. Just don't abandon me on the streets. Hey, you're just going to have to find a way to survive. You're an adult after all. You should act like one. Don't contact me anymore because I'm not going to answer your messages. I'm going to make sure that you pay me the compensation that I need to recover from this trauma. Maybe you'd better find a job before spending more money on a lavish lifestyle. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon enough, so you better get one to help build your case. But you're going down. Good luck with everything, Emilia. After that huge drama with Emilia, David and Fiona started to reconnect with each other since he cut ties with his little sister. They started to talk to each other and met up on a couple of dates. Surprisingly, they've become more open to each other in terms of communication and about their background than ever before. So with that, they both started dating each other properly since there was a spark there between them. Because of the poor management that David's family was experiencing at their hospital, he decided that it would be better for him to take over his father's position. He was getting old and tired, so it was better off to pass the job over to his son. The situation seems to be improving and they're gaining more patients. They're also able to upgrade all of the machines and equipment they use and are slowly coming out of the red. When it comes to David's little sister Emilia, Fiona has no idea what actually happened to her. But it sounds like the family have completely cut ties with her and have no contact with her. She did bring this on herself since she didn't listen to her parents or to Fiona and David. It's best not to quickly judge people before getting to know them. Fiona hopes that Emilia learns to grow up, be independent, and get a job. Fiona would really like her compensation back since she knows what she deserves.
Eve! Long time no see, my friend! It's me, Kinley! Have you been keeping together pretty well? I know it's been a few years now, but I wanted to make sure you're still doing okay. I've been pretty busy recently with my fiancé being all romantic and such. So I'm sorry for not getting back to you about my life. I'm sure you've been really lonely without me, right? It's not like any of us from that friend group have really been hanging out anymore, right? Probably because me being all of your guys' best friend really left everyone feeling lonely. No, actually, I've been quite alright. And so have the rest of us, I think. And it has been a long time now, hasn't it? What are you wanting to talk with me about right now? Well, thank you so much for asking. And well, really soon here, I'm going to be getting married to my fiancé. What? That's right. Well, congratulations for that. What? Thank you so much. You still seem not to have a man of your own right now, correct? I'm so sorry having to tell you such heartbreaking news as this. You really don't like to hear about this, do you? I'm sure you're barely holding yourself together now, right? No, I'm fine, actually. But about the whole having a boyfriend thing, I still don't have one. However, to me, I'm not really that interested in getting married at the moment. I've been up to other things with my life, and I'm actually quite pleased with the way things have been going for me. Oh, really? Well, that's great to hear. If you were about to tell me you didn't want to hear anything about me getting married, I was going to feel really awkward about this conversation. The wedding will be on the 3rd Saturday at 8 a.m., so please come out to see me. I'll send you the location of the venue later, alright? What? You're talking about that? Well, around that time, I still don't really have any plans. I'm sure you don't, right? So please make sure to come on out to my wedding for me. And as a gift, you being my friend and all, I'd like around $500, please. Wait, are you really supposed to be asking for something like that from me right now? Well, of course I'm supposed to be. After all, when it comes to you, you happen to be a bit slow a lot of the time. If I weren't to ask you for the amount now, you would never be able to figure things out. That's why I made sure to tell you the amount I'm expecting from you. You're pretty old now, so you should have the money to give some to me, right? Wait, that wasn't the problem I was referring to just then. Ah, another thing. You've always been really good at painting and things like that, right? You were into things like design and stuff as well? What? Well, currently I'm working in design, so... You sure are! Then, could you please go ahead and make up the welcome board that we can show outside my venue for all the guests? When it comes to what design to go with, do something that you know will make me very happy. What? Wait, something like that is fine, but I'm not really sure what you'd want to have on it, right? By the way, how much would you like to spend on the welcome board for your wedding? What? Come on now! It should be free for me, right? You and I are best friends after all, so you do all of that for free, right? Wait, you're calling us best friends? So you like to only use that term when it applies to benefiting you. I guess I can make something small up for you, but when it comes to the raw materials, I'm going to need some money to make it look decent. If you're wanting it for free, well... What? I am getting married, aren't I? Yet for some reason, you're not wanting to celebrate that about me at all. Are you asking the bride to have to send you some money for that? Why are you making it sound like I'm in the wrong for asking? I'm talking about the welcome board that you want for your wedding. And if you want it to be good, well, you're gonna have to pay a little bit for the good materials. I was just trying to ask you the important information. And if you're wanting it to be good for me, then you go and get those materials with your own money. You think of a design that suits me, and then you make that happen. Remember that it's meant to be like a present for me. So you're going to make something gorgeous for me, right? I promise to tell everyone at the wedding that you were the one that made it. That way you'll be getting some free advertising out of it. What? This is not all about that, though. What is it then? Are you planning to still act all stingy about wanting some money for my present? Come on already. Don't go out trying to disappoint me or anything here. That's right. I've made sure to invite all kinds of other people to my wedding. All of our best friends from our best friend group. Considering that it's been so long since we've all seen each other, I hope you're really looking forward to my wedding. What? Our best friend group? Hold on. Don't just say something like that about people I'm not even sure about. Why does it even matter to you when you're being invited to my wedding just like the rest of them? I just ask that you look good while you're there, and I mean cute good. Unlike you, I'm having to still plan a bunch more out, which is a tough feat for me, right? And because of that, I'm busy right now with some things, so I'll see you later. And on the day of the wedding, make sure to come there early, please. I need you to set up that welcome board for me. I look forward to seeing you then. What? Wait a second, Kinley. I told you not to go on like that without listening to what I have left to say. Come on. Where are you right now, Eve? Where is my welcome board that you promised me? What? What are you talking about right now, Kinley? Wait, don't tell me you're seriously still on your way here right now. I told you to come here early before, didn't I? You need to be here to set up that welcome board that I asked you to make for me. Wait a second. I'm not going to your wedding today. Now that you mention it, it's supposed to be today. Huh? Are you really saying that you're going to skip out on my wedding last minute? No, don't call this me skipping out last minute or anything. Skipping out on your best friend's wedding like that last minute makes you such a terrible person. I asked you to make and bring me a welcome board, didn't I? How are you going to make all of this right for me? Wait, the thing is that I never once got an official invitation from you. What? What are you talking about? I invited you to my wedding before. Well, you did tell me something or another about your wedding and everything. But you were just telling me the date and time of your wedding and nothing else about it. I never got an actual invitation, so there was nowhere for me to even RSVP to. And when I asked about it, you never once replied to me. Which means in the end, I was never able to say anything to you about me actually coming or not. Huh? Are you actually saying something like that to me right now? I am being as serious as I can be right now. Did you ever go out and send me an invitation in the mail, or at the very least by email? What are you even talking about? In the mail? You wanted me to send you an invitation through the mail? I just went and sent everyone texts saying when my wedding would be. That should have been more than enough in order to get them to come, right? Not really. I get that recently a lot of people have been doing invitations for their wedding online and such, but that's usually through an online link or an email. All you did was send out a couple of texts saying that the wedding was on this date at this time and nothing else. Please don't call something like that the only kind of invitation you were able to send out. You're lying, right? Are you just trying to mess with me right now? A prank or something? Are you just trying to pull a fast one on me right now to try and get me a little bit worked up on my big day? You really are the most absent-minded person I've ever known, Kinley. Wait, does that mean there will literally be none of your guests coming today for your wedding then? Wow, having a wedding with none of your guests there is pretty sad. Are you really saying something like that to me? Wait, so are you really not coming today? What about the welcome board we talked about? Now that I think about it, I asked Rachel and them to all come to work the front desk. They're all coming here, aren't they? I have no idea if they're coming there or not. How about you go and ask them all about this instead of me? The best I can say about the rest of them is that they're all not going to be coming today. From what I know about them, all since they're my close friends, you asking them to come out to your wedding meant nothing to them, and they won't be going. Huh? What did you just mean by that? Don't tell me that you all did this on purpose! Listen to me. I have nothing to do with what you're going through right now. This is all happening to you because you never actually sent a proper invitation out to any of your guests. And when I was going out with Rachel and all the others for dinner, we started to talk about you. They all wanted to know if we had been invited by you or not. And that's when everyone in the group said that they'd gotten some texts from you, but they didn't know where the venue was or anything. We all had no idea what you were really going on about at the time. Wait, so you have all been going out to dinner and such together? So you're saying you've been keeping me out of the loop and meeting up with one another? Hold up. I really have no idea where the root of your misunderstanding lies here. It's not that we've been keeping you out of the loop. Rather, you've never been a part of this group of friends to begin with. So why would we be talking with you about anything? What? What do you mean? The only one who seems to think that this group is filled with all her friends is you. You even called us your best friend group, right? Well, to all of us, you're not a part of us. You're lying about that, right? Saying something like that about me right now? Don't you feel like a total asshole for saying something like that on my wedding day of all days? Well, the only reason I'm being outright with you about it all right now is because if you're not told things directly, you never seem to get the hint. This whole time, you just assumed that you were best friends of ours, and that we were all your best friends. Think about that a little bit more, please. You think we all think highly of you after years of you being a total jerk to us? And when I say jerk, I really mean a thief. You're calling me a thief? None of that was my fault. The man who had fallen in love with me is to blame for all of that. Sure. Say what you will then. You always say things like that and think that's a good enough reason to not be blamed for what you've done. But whenever we look at it, you were always the one asking for them to go out with you all the time. And when you say that you haven't been doing that, we never, ever believe you. There's no way this can be happening. Just because I'm cute? You're all assholes. Go on. Say whatever makes you feel better about your actions. I'm sorry, but the rest of us aren't going to bother with you and your misunderstanding of things anymore. Instead of always caring about your friends and their feelings, you were more into acting like a whore around men. And that led every single one of us to stop thinking about you as a friend, and definitely not as a best friend. That's why, when you started to text all of us about your wedding earlier, we were all in shock. What the hell? Saying so many mean things like that? There's no way. The fact that you were all saying things like that about me? I was really looking forward to seeing all of you at my wedding today. If you really wanted us to hang out with you again, then maybe you should have stopped being such a whore around all of our men and built friendships with us. I get it. But please, come to my wedding right now. I really have none of my guests showing up to this wedding right now. My fiancé is getting really upset with me. If you all don't come here, then I'll be in big trouble. If he starts to talk about how he doesn't want to get married to me anymore, I'm going to be in really huge trouble. That all kind of serves you right, doesn't it? How you end up after none of your guests come today has nothing to do with all of us. This is the fruit that the seeds you planted with us long ago have grown. Why would you say something like that about me? I get it, for real now. You all don't have any money, and that's why you guys wouldn't be able to give me those gifts, right? Well then how about this? You guys don't have to bring me money anymore and can still come. So please, come here. That's not the kind of issue we have with you right now. None of us are wanting to use our valuable time going out to your wedding to celebrate a jerk like you. That's all. Don't think you're going to have even me showing up today, when you were the one that never listened to me and laid your filthy hands all over the man I loved. That's all stuff from the past, Eve. I'm asking you to please come here right now. I told you, I'm not coming. Now you're starting to get on my nerves. I hope that your wedding and marriage are a thing of the past right here and now, you bitch.
It's been a while, Eve. This is me, Jacob. It's been a while, Eve. I'm sure you still remember who I am, right? I used to be in the class above you?
What? Jacob? Why are you talking to me after so many years? It really has been so long now, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I'm glad to be hearing from you again, and thankfully you still remember who I am after so many years of never talking. Anyway, I wanted to ask about a friend of yours. You have a friend that goes by the name of Kinley, right? I woke up this morning to loads of calls on my phone that came in from her. It seems that today is the day of her wedding or something. I have no idea why she would want to be calling me about all of that, though. So I wanted to ask you about it since you're probably going there today, right?
What? She was trying to get you to go there as well, Jacob? That woman really does talk to so many people at once then, doesn't she?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Just a second ago, she was talking with me about her wedding today. Apparently, she wanted to invite all kinds of people to her wedding today, but all she was sending was texts about the time of her wedding to everyone, but nothing else. However, she thought that that was an invitation to her guests and never said anything else to any of us. She never sent out physical invitations or even emails or links to digital ones, so nobody's going to her wedding today at all. And well, then that led to her getting upset at me and asking me where everyone, including myself, was at.
What? Can someone really manage something that stupid? So she never had any of her guests come today and is freaking out now trying to invite anyone that's in her contacts? She must really need to have guests there today right now then.
I believe so. That's how it all felt when she was talking with me about it. I have no plans of going today, and that's left her freaking the hell out. And it seems that her fiancé is now getting upset with her over it.
Well, I'm sure he would be. But weren't you pretty close with her back in the day? Are you sure it's all right for you to not go to your friend's wedding?
Wait. I was never really that close to her at all. She was the kind of whore that thought she could do anything she wanted with all the men around her, even if they were dating her friends. And she did the same thing to my friend group. When everyone knew what she was doing, we all stopped talking to her, and that was the end of it.
Wow, so that's how things went down back then? I guess there was a bit of her that made me think she liked hanging around men all the time. But I assumed she also had you and your group as really close friends. And well, I thought that since she was good friends of yours, she'd be a good person too. But she was never your friend back then.
Not at all. That whore would never be a friend of any of us. And that's why my group all said that even if she had sent out invitations to us, we wouldn't have gone. We actually spent a whole dinner talking about her. She really got in the way of all of our love lives back in the day. We were all furious with her before we stopped talking to her.
Oh, I bet you all were. Wait, back in the day, she came up to me saying that she was a friend of yours and that she wanted to date me for a while. Does that mean a certain someone I know had a crush on me back then?
Wait, about that. Well, we don't have to talk about that, right? That's all in the past now. The far past, actually.
What? I would really like to know if that's true. And the fact that you reacted like that means you pretty much gave the secret that you had a crush on me away. I feel really happy to hear that, actually. Had you actually been able to confess those feelings and gone out with me then, I would have been very happy. Even now, as a matter of fact.
Wait, what are you going on about right now? Could you please stop joking about something from back in high school?
I'm not joking about how I'd feel, though. Wow, it's a bit too late to be saying things like this now, though, but hey, if you don't mind this at all, how about we go out sometime for something to eat? And of course, I'll be paying. I could take you out somewhere with some amazing food if you like. The fact that we've gotten back in touch like this means there has to still be something there.
Wait, are you sure about that? Of course I'd love to go out to eat with you.
Awesome! I can send you a list of the days I'm free, so take a look at it and let me know what day works for you.
Sure thing. Thank you so much, Jacob. You can't be that upset with me after I've done nothing at all, right? Seeing you try and trip me down those stairs and then missing and falling down yourself? What the hell did you think you were doing there? I laughed so hard hearing you scream.
How were you able to dodge me like that? Did you learn some kind of martial arts or something?
Please, I'd never get into something like martial arts. It's just that when I turned around, I saw you trying to stick your foot out at me, and I dodged you as you moved forward. I didn't even have to really move, though, is the thing. And at first, I really didn't know who you were because I couldn't see you quickly enough.
Well, had you not moved aside like that, I wouldn't have to be at the bottom of these stairs in pain. You should be the one who got hurt.
I kind of thought something was up with you messaging me about wanting to meet up and apologize. And of course, there was something up with that. You were thinking about injuring me using that staircase today. I get that you will forever hate me for no reason, but I didn't think you'd actually try to hurt me physically over it.
It's because of you that I was never able to get married. I was a real idiot for inviting a bitch like you to my wedding in the first place. And the fact that you never told me anything about how to invite people makes you a total asshole.
Hey, don't start blaming other people for you ending up as stupid as you are at this age. The fact that you didn't even know about how to send out simple wedding invites is something even I know about, and I'm not even interested in marriage.
I didn't know a thing about it, though. I had never been to someone else's wedding yet, and I myself had never been taught what to do. So I really had no idea how to tell everyone that they were invited to come to my wedding. I knew that I at least had to tell of my guests to come and such, but I didn't want to pay for anything, so I thought texting everyone would be good enough.
By the way, actually, Rachel is already married.
What? What do you mean?
Rachel had her wedding years ago now, and has been with her man in a new house. Which means that there have been some people around you who got married. Just, they never wanted to invite you to their wedding, and that's why you were never aware of it. But you can't be blaming any of this on her now, because you were the one that set yourself up to not be invited.
What? She already had a wedding and everything? You're lying about Rachel, right?
You think I'd really be saying all of this as part of a lie? Sure, she was a bit early in terms of getting married, but she found herself a really good man, and they both wanted to tie the knot. That's right. When it comes to me, because of you, I was able to find someone I haven't talked to in so long, and we're going out to eat together.
Huh? What are you going on about now?
You went and tried calling Jacob over and over again, right? You were trying so hard to get him to your wedding, right? You really must have had no shame at that point to be able to say things like that to him.
Why the hell do you know about all of that?
I got a text from Jacob, and he was talking about your wedding with me. He had some questions about it, which then led to us talking some more about our past, and then he invited me to go out to eat with him. We already went out for coffee once this week for just an hour, and it seems he doesn't have a partner at the moment. And also, I'm going to consider this upcoming dinner as our first date. So, for giving me this chance with Jacob again, thank you.
Huh? I'm not going to allow you to become the only one of us becoming happy. And all because of me?
Back in the day, you were the reason why I lost Jacob, after you jumped in and took him away for a bit. But at the time, he had himself a girlfriend, and so he had to turn you down over and over again, right? However, right now he has nobody, so I'm going in to make sure he stays mine. And if you try and take him away from me this time, it's way too late. He knows the kind of bitch that you are and is not interested in you at all.
Screw you, Eve! I just lost my job in the company's layoffs, and so now I have nothing left but sadness and darkness. You becoming happy instead of me, I'm not going to allow it.
I don't give a damn what you allow, Kinley. And once you've been taken to the hospital in your sad condition, the police will be taking you into their custody. There were 3 people that saw you trying to trip me down those stairs as I came up, so please go peacefully with the police when they show up. And then you can continue your descent into hell with them. Bitches like you are only good for one thing, and that's going to hell in order to hopefully learn your lesson. After that, Kinley tried to make a break for it with one badly broken leg before the ambulance arrived, but stumbled over right in front of a police cruiser, which then picked her up and took her away. From there, I don't know all the details about what happened with her, but what I heard through some rumors is that she ended up having to pay a lot in hospital fees after her treatment, as well as get questioned by the police, and then went home to an eviction notice. She was never paying any of her bills there, and that put her on the streets before she knew it, where she is now living as a homeless woman. As for myself, after going on a few dates with Jacob, we both started to talk about marriage, and are on a path towards that. It's all because of Kinley that this relationship with Jacob was even made possible, and for some time, I will be thankful towards her for that.